All right, so I am going to move my products a little bit closer here and bring in our gorgeous model. I don't know what her name is. I forgot to read the box, so shame on me. But I typically take pretty decent sections on the hairline, and I like to paint backwards away from the face. For me, keeping the guest experience amazing is everything. I've seen so many people over the years doing hair where they'll put foils in the guest face, or it's hanging down, or there's hair in their face. We want to make sure it's a really beautiful experience the entire time they're in our chair, and also that we're keeping them safe and protected. So I am going to take a section of hair. Again, I mixed the Blonde Studio 7. Here we are. And I actually mixed this with 30 volume. I can be honest with you, inside the salon, I would use 40 volume because I like to work smart and fast. And because, again, this product is so gentle and caring on the hair, I'm not worried about the 40 volume because you're not going to get an aggressive lift. This is an ammonia-free product. If you're familiar with our Blonde Studio portfolio, we have had Platinum around for a long time. There's two different formulas. There's the ammonia Platinum and there's the ammonia-free Platinum. So the ammonia-free has actually been discontinued. So this is her new big sister, and she's amazing. So again, there's going to be an awesome deal at the end, so make sure you get this. Cindy, you haven't balayaged yet. I wish you could be right here beside me because I would let you work with me on this mannequin head. Balayage is so much fun. There's so much freedom to it. The grow out is really beautiful. Of course, there's always going to be a need for foils inside the salon, but what I love about balayage is the creative freedom. So I'm going to grab this. I work with a planchette in the salon if I want to get a really nice coverage. If I'm working super fast, Patricia, my Instagram is Daniel, my name, Daniel Mason Jones. DanielMasonJones. How thick, Tracy, this is a great question. How thick are your sections, and do you elevate your sections? It all depends on the guest that I have in the chair. It depends on the density of the hair around the hairline. You know, there's been a lot of people that have thinner hair. Maybe they have really dense hair around the hairline. So each customer is going to be case by case. In this particular situation, I'm going to go ahead and show you her after. I hate it when people make you wait till the end to see that. So her after is on this side. It's just a really beautiful, I need to comb through her curls here so you can see I didn't brush those out yet. So you can see around the hairline, it's just a really gentle flow that I did. And this application actually took me less than 5 minutes. It's really beautiful, it's soft, and there's not a ton of lift. Again, it's an ammonia-free product, so it's very gentle on the hair, but there's quite a difference between this side and this side. So here we go. Melissa, I'm excited to get into balayage, excited to get back behind the chair. Yes, I'm excited for you. There's nothing better than what we get to do every day. You know, of course, we're creating beautiful products and canvases, but we're making people feel and look their best. For me, that's what I love. There's nothing better than serving people and just making them feel really beautiful, or maybe even bringing out something they don't know about themselves. So I've already pre-mixed here, 1-to-1 ratio. And thank you so much. Yes, Simone, it's a very soft result. So I've got 1-to-1. I'm going to take, I have a loading brush. I work with 2 brushes inside the salon. So this one obviously is clean. And then this one I use to help mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load my planchette. Typically, if I'm loading my planchette, and this is old, you have to be really a L'Oreal Professional diehard fan for this. We have new ones. I'll tell you about that also. So I'm going to load this vertically. So I'm just going to make sure that I get enough product on here vertically. And you don't want to have any lumps in the product because we all know lumps are going to create an inconsistent look. That's never good with our guests. So I'm just going to load this baby up with my loading brush. And again, you can see I'm not using a ton of product because there's really no need for that. It hasn't swelled. Simone, it does not swell. This product is amazing. Christine, you will see. I haven't started yet. Oh, maybe it's for the product. Here you go. So this is the product. Here's my planchette. And I simply, I load vertical. And if I load vertical, I will unload it horizontally. So it's basically like you're cross-checking a haircut. Cool? Awesome. So now I'm going to grab my mannequin head. I'm going to bring her a little bit closer so that you all can see. Now, this isn't rocket science. It's balayage, right? You all have been doing this for the most part already. So again, I loaded. I'm going to test you right now. How did I load? I loaded which way? Vertically. And I'm going to unload horizontally. Cool. What that's also going to do is it's going to ensure if there are any lumps in this color, it's going to help smooth those out. Cool. So I'm not going really aggressive around her hairline. You want to make sure there's a couple things that are really important as you're painting your guest hair or mannequin. You want to make sure that this is nice and tight. There's not a lot of hair. Actually, there's no hair that's laying up here. And I'm going to unload again. We're going to go horizontally. And you can see I'm not taking a ton of color. Are you guys messy? Are you the... How many of you are messy colors? There's the messy colors and then there's the really neat ones. I'm the really neat one. So I don't use a lot of color. I can always go back in and load. You can see that I only pulled this little bit here off. There's no color on this side of the brush and there's a little bit on this side. Cool. I'm going to direct this away from the hairline. And look, here's one trick that I'll tell you that's super amazing. Christine says I use wipes. Yeah, whatever you need to do to keep everything clean, please do that. So when I go to lay the hair, I typically work in zone 2, zone 1, and then I pull to zone 3. Does that make sense? So this is zone 2 area. This is zone 1 in the regrowth, and then I'll pull through. Depending on the type look that I want to get is how heavy. You all know that if you're using a single point balayage, you're going to get more contrast. If you're using a lot of different pieces or hair painting where you're getting the whole piece, you're just going to get a lighter piece. I see this. Oh my gosh. The comment here says, I'm messy, but the Lord is working on me. If I were with you, I would work on you with the Lord. All right, so here we go. I'm going to load this up again just to make sure. And I'm simply going to work in zone 2 and paint down. Now, when I go into zone 1, watch what I'm doing. I'm going into zone 2 and I'm going to pull into zone 1. Lay the hair alone. I see people all the time on Instagram or Facebook, they're painting hair and they'll go back and they do this whole paint, and they smudge. Do not do that. You're actually going to have more mistakes in that situation. So just simply unload the product from the planchette, work in zone 2, go to zone 1, lay the color down, keep moving. I'm going to need to tighten this up because there's a little bit of hollow space here. Now, I want contrast in this particular look, so I'm going to leave a lot of negative space here. Negative space is really going to make the blonde pop a little bit more. If you were doing a foil to balayage transition inside the salon, who knows in the comments what you would do. If you're doing a foil to balayage conversion, would I do it this way or would I do a lot of single points? Maybe instead of double points, I would go in with triple points, right? Awesome. Chelsea, yes, so this video will live on Salon Centric's Facebook page, and I hope you all will be kind enough to share it with some of your friends because I want everybody to know about this amazing product that is pretty much going to change your life inside the salon. It's so amazing. I wish you all could feel how smooth this goes on the hair. So I've got my first section. I'm just painting around the hairline. Here we go. So you can see that I've painted, there's going to be some pretty big contrast there. What brushes am I using? So I alternate my brushes between L'Oreal Professional. We actually have a balayage kit. And I also am a huge fan of Fremar. So I use their brushes. So L'Oreal Professional and Fremar. This one is actually a L'Oreal Professional brush since I'm doing a video with them. Awesome, cool. All these products are available at Salon Centric. So this is, I don't like to use the word bleach. This is actually a clay lightener. Great question. It's called Blonde Studio by L'Oreal Professional, and it is amazing. There's no ammonia in it. It's super gentle on the hair, and the application process is beautiful. So I'm gonna go back in here again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna load my planchette vertically just to make sure I have enough product here. Make sure there's no lumps in there. Of course, that should be done at the time of mixing. Awesome. And I'm going to pull a little bit more hair just behind this. Now, on this particular look, all I'm trying to achieve today is a really nice face frame highlight. A lot of you that have been on the whole time have already seen the look. Again, I'm starting in zone 2. I'm going to work into zone 1 and pull through. So zone 2, zone 1, pull down. Awesome. I see so many familiar names in here and faces. I wish so badly that we could all be together in one big room, painting together and sharing all of our tips and secrets and wins and losses over the past year. Why don't I paint in the middle of the hair? Tracy, in this particular look, I want to create that negative space. I'm going to spin this back around so that you can see the after result, and I'll post her on my Instagram as well. Cool. So on this hair, I want to create negative space. This is the after side. Let me move this clip away. This is the after side. And when I pull her hair down, if I painted the entire thing, you're not going to get this really wonderful negative space where you have that sun-kissed look. So you actually want to have some of the negative space and the positive space in there. Hello, Diane from Idaho. Good to see you. And yes, it is 7 levels of lift. Cool. Now, another cool thing, when I was talking about the versatility of this product can be used in foils or as a balayage. So it's really cool that you have the options there. Again, I also was talking about if you use a stronger lightener that has ammonia in it, in the mid shafts, maybe zone 1, zone 2, and the hair is already previously lightened, but it's got that buildup in it, or maybe it's not as vibrant as it used to be. You can go ahead and paint the ends with that with maybe a 20 volume, and it's going to give you the illumination that you're looking for there also. We all love a beautiful blonde. Look, I'm here in the South. It is all about a good blonde. So I'm going to drop section number 2 and just start making my way through. Now, when I grab my next section, I always like to give that section a nice comb out again. And I'm going to subdivide it into 2 sections, pulling it forward. And which direction? Who knows? I'm going to paint toward the face or against the face? Emily, yes. What do I mean by negative and positive space? Negative space is where I'm not going to paint. Positive space is where I am painting, and it gives you that beautiful contrast. Is this product replacing freehand? No, it's not. It's actually, Renee, oh my gosh, Renee, good to see you. It's actually replacing platinum ammonia free. So we will still have the freehand. Sierra, yes, thank you. You guys are so awesome in the room. And oh yes, Juju, you said against. Yes, I'm going to be painting against the face. We're going to go away from the face. So I'm going to take my section of hair again and my planchette. I loaded it. Remember, I loaded it vertically. I'm going to unload it horizontally, keeping the product on one side of the brush. Now I'm going to go into zone 2. You see me painting here? And I'm going to go right up to the hairline one time. Watch this. Right to the hairline. Boom. Leave it alone. Paint down. Grab the next little bit of product. Load the brush. And paint down. Again, we do have a beautiful new balayage kit with L'Oreal Professional. You can pick that up at State RDA or Salon Centric. They're really amazing, and it'll help you with your balayage skills. It's nice to have great tools. We all know how exactly important all of our tools are. I'm going to reload my planchette here and unload a bead of product, and I'm going to pull through. This product goes on, think of like an oil painting. It's got this beautiful viscosity, so it literally just lays right on the hair. And it gives you, even if you were to be a messy colorist, this gives you the most beautiful placement. Simone, thank you so much. Perfect. Tracy, my Instagram. If somebody that is friends with me on here could give them my Instagram, it is Daniel Mason Jones. So at Daniel Mason Jones. Will I leave it as open air? Julie, on this one, I will. Inside the salon, I would not. I would lay plastic across it just so I could go ahead and get that additional lift. Because this is ammonia free, I think this is really important to do that. Robert, my friend, good to see you here. So again, I'm gonna reload my planchette. Feels like you're doing a whole lot of loading and unloading. But I can tell you, if you were to work beside me in the salon, you would see that I'm super clean all day long. I always believe how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you can make the guest feel like you're taking really great and excellent care of them, keeping it tidy and clean, they know. Robert, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amanda, I love you. Viscosity is one of my favorite words. I don't know why. Just because it's a great word to use. Makes you sound fancy, right? So I'm going into zone 2. I'm trying to get this nice and clean for you. So I'm going into zone 2 again, painting, and watch. I'm going to load my brush, one side only, and I'm going to go right to the hairline and paint down, and leave it alone. This particular look, again, I really wanted to create negative space. And that's what we're doing. So negative space, again, is where you can get the blonde to really contrast and pop against the color. So here we go. I went a little heavy there, so you can use the end of your brush as almost like a magic eraser. And saturate those ends. If you want to get a really nice saturation on the last little bit of the hair, you can take your planchette. If it's loaded, you can paint the back side and the front side at the same time. But make sure you're keeping the consistency of the product even down the whole paint. This is what gives you a really beautiful product. Michelle, so many great questions. Krista, I love you with the cleanliness. Do I use toner with this product? So yes, absolutely. I could use a gloss or glaze or whatever you want to call it. I love that Justine. She's got her her sectioning down. Nancy, oh my gosh. Nancy Phillips, good to see you here. So what we're doing is we're doing a really beautiful balayage using the new Clay Lightener Blonde Studio by L'Oreal Professional. And I'm creating a lot of negative space here. I'll show you in just a second because we're almost finished with this whole side. Inside the salon too, I'm talking a lot, obviously, because we're on a live. But inside the salon, I love to show people techniques. Typically, I book 30 minutes for any sort of color service inside the salon, unless it's a full. If it's a full foil or a full balayage, I book a little bit longer, typically 45 minutes to an hour. But most of my color services inside the salon are booked in 30 minutes. And I think it's really important that we respect our guest time. All of you that are inside of our PPD network, L'Oreal Professional, Matrix, all the brands that are out there, I'm not going to talk about those, but salon-centric brands, you understand we have a program called Salon Emotion. And with Salon Emotion, we talked about the guest experience, how many times they used to come see us versus how many times they now come to see us. And I'm sure after COVID, it's changed again. And the reason that it keeps changing and changing and changing is because we're taking too long inside the salon. So let's always try to be respectful of our guest time inside the salon. Understand if it's a color correction, but if we're just really talking too much or or whatever we're doing inside of our salons, we need to speed that up. Our customers want to get in and out, especially with COVID. And a lot of us now have restrictions in our salons, not in Georgia, but a lot of you have that. I have to watch my client. So all you have to do, Christine, you're going to get a savings at Salon Centric today and tomorrow. So you can go online. You can reach out to your Salon Centric consultant, say RDA consultant, whomever you're working with, or go into the store and take advantage of these savings today and tomorrow. So they're great savings. You do not want to miss out. We all love a bargain. And let's face it, the more money you save, the more money you earn. So I'm going to take these last little bit of sections here and just paint them out. Smudge down, paint down. Now I've been doing this for a long time, so I can move pretty quickly. And now I'm going to blend all three of those points together, giving a really nice look on the bottom. Again, if you get too heavy on the paint, you can absolutely go in here and use this as an eraser or even your pinky and paint out that product. So L'Oreal Professional, always moving forward with great products, innovation. This is why I've been with the brand for so long. I know there's a million brands out there, but I love this particular brand because the innovation is always moving forward. We have unparalleled education. The support's amazing. It's just a really beautiful thing. So I'm going to stop painting because you all know how to balayage hair at this point. So this is just a really simple process that I would do. I can now come in and do a film across this and overlay. Remember that you also can use this product with foil, so it's very versatile. Now to show you what this hair looks like on the other side that I've already previously highlighted, I'm just going to run my hands through here. You can see that it's lighter toward the front. I did not gloss this because I'm at home today, so I colored her this morning. I processed her hair for about 25 minutes, and this is the look that I got. It's very soft. The grow out would be amazing, and the reason the grow out is going to be so awesome is because there's a lot of negative space inside the hair. So here is her hair. I'm going to pull this away from her hairline so you can see exactly how soft this is. Isn't that awesome? Cool. So what questions do you all have for me today? With Studio 7, L'Oreal Professional, is it a self-incubating lightener? It does encapsulate the hair and hold that in. And another thing that I found to be really amazing about this product, when you use any other lightener, have you ever, it reminds me, did you guys ever see Beetlejuice where the husband and wife, they're standing on the dining room table and they're like lifted into the air and they're crumbling? That's what I feel like when some of the other lighteners dry out. There's like flakes all over their cape. So this stays wet a lot longer. It's really amazing. Exactly. Robert says this is exactly what the guest is looking for in the grow out experience. People don't want to live inside the salons anymore. They want to be able to get in, get their hair done, get it colored, get out. You could have done a really beautiful gloss on this. Now, with L'Oreal Professional right now, and all of our products being on sale at Salon Centric, you could actually go in. We have a balayage kit that's amazing. So it's got bowls, brushes. It even has some of our favorite milkshakes in there. I mean, I guess you're going to bring some of the boys to the yard, but It's amazing because our colors are so true to tone. Jacqueline and Marie, can you reiterate what you mean when you say negative space? So negative space is where I will take the sections where I've lifted the hair. And yikes, I just made a mess as I was talking about working neat inside the salon. So I covered this last section up. So this here is a negative space. This is positive space where I've actually applied the lightener. And the reason you get the negative and the positive space is so that you get this beautiful contrast. So anywhere that you see the deeper tones, the level 6s, 7s in there, that's negative space. Anywhere you see these lighter pieces, that's positive space. If I were doing a foil to balayage conversion, I would do a really heavy paint. I know I talked about triple point, but I might even go with 4 or 5 points, keeping it really saturated in the area. And understanding which lightener you're going to use for that. We also have Blonde Studio 9, which I'm going to tell you right now, that is like the holy grail for me inside the salon. It works so fast. It's so predictable. I love to work with that with 30 volume. It's a really beautiful product. Let's see, I'm going back through questions here in case I missed anything. What about the bangs? Do you use the same technique? Juju, yeah, I could use the same technique on the fringe area, or I could foil it. If I were gonna foil this, if I did 30 volume balayage, I would go with a 20 volume foil, unless you want the fringe area. I would do that last, and keep an eye on it so that it doesn't go significantly lighter. But again, this is ammonia free, so you're not gonna get that really aggressive lift. Okay, we talked about negative space. What other questions do you all have? Can you tell me more? 7 levels of lift, 40 volume, cover with saran. So yeah, I could have absolutely used this with 40 volume. Super easy. I use the Maja Creme. So I use 30 volume today, but you could have used 40 volume, place a plastic across it. And you know, for me, I would use a low heat. It's a super versatile product, and it's just so easy. Typically inside the salon, again, I work in 30 minutes. So if I were doing a full head, and today if I were really doing a balayage class, this is just a look and learn, a shop and learn actually for all of you. I can do a full head of highlights, balayage, 8 sections in about 15, 20 minutes. So it is a game changer. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see I do a lot of blonding. Another thing that I love is our Blonde Studio 9. I know we're not talking about that today, but Blonde Studio 9 is great if you're doing a face frame, maybe in the treatment room or at the shampoo bowl. Maybe the customer at the very end says, hey, I want to add a couple highlights, even though they didn't want it earlier. That's a great add-on. Super amazing. Did you need a toner or washing out? So this is not toned at all. That's a great question. This is not toned. So it is a little bit warmer. I know everybody's trying to live in the ice age these days. I'm personally very over all the ashy and gray colors. Like, I'm so bored with it because it's happened for so long. But yeah, this is the tone that I got. The light, I'm not this color, nor is her hair. It's the lighting in this room are making us both a little bit warmer than we are. So the mannequin was not glazed. How long did I process, Sharon? This is 25 minutes, no heat. I don't have heat here in my house for this sort of thing, so I just let her process. I actually took her outside, and it's about 70 degrees, so awesome. So hopefully you all will experiment, play with this. Those of you that haven't done balayage, we have so many amazing classes through L'Oreal Professional. We have some of the best balayage artists in the business. We have been around the color business for a long time, and actually we're known for balayage in the first place. So we have some of the best education out there when it comes to balayage. So we can get you those resources. If you color the back zone, would I still use 30 volume? So Juju, I would start with 30 volume in the back, and I start in the back first. If I need to rinse the area first, I can do that while the rest of this is processing, or I could do 30 volume in the back and then add 40 developer in here if I want to get the extra punch. So hopefully you all took some great tips away. When you do these techniques, when you get this product, which I hope you do me a favor, tag me on social media so I can see what you're doing. Daniel Mason Jones, also tag Salon Centric and L'Oreal Professional, and let us know what you're doing. How can we get the discount? Bree, awesome question. All you have to do is order online, saloncentric.com, go into your Salon Centric store, or reach out to your sales consultant today. The sale is only today and tomorrow. So, you heard this, it's only today and tomorrow. Marty, thank you. Oh my gosh, Marty, thank you so much. Robert, my words, that stuff comes out of here all the time. Guys, I would love to answer any questions that you have. You can follow me on social media. I love business, social media, branding. I'm kind of known as the guru of that for L'Oreal Professional and Salon Centric, so you guys can reach out to me anytime. I love to help you be successful behind your chair, to grow, to retire, to plan your finances, all those things. I've got you. Coloring hair is what made me a lot of money. I want to teach you how to do the same thing, but let me teach you how to diversify that and become even more successful. So thank you so much on behalf of L'Oreal Professional, Salon Centric today. My name is Daniel Mason Jones, and it was truly an honor to hang out with you. Make sure to take advantage of these incredible savings over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, at Salon Centric, and tag me so I can see your gorgeous work. If you have any questions, hit me on Instagram. Go look at some of the crazy techniques that I do on social media. Hopefully it will help you. And always, if you're first time with me, I'm all about love. So do good in the world, love each other, and create beautiful hair together. Everyone, thank you so much. Until next time.